Welcome to Card Chaos, brought to you by PS Grading, PSG.CARDS, the official, the Yard Brewery on, where's that at? Mermaid Beach on the Gold Coast. Should check it out, and all the great things around there.
Well, the one on your shirt.
Meteorate Sports. Forgot about that one. Welcome to Card Chaos this week, guys. We were having a little bit of technical fun there. I think we were hearing each other about 15 times, which was
I love hearing
a little bit scary. Yeah, you're full of shit so much. Okay, hang on. So who we got who's joined? Sun's Cards Collector, Ipswich picture framing. That card guy, Pugz, is looking good, he said. Taylor Shillen. Taylor got a parcel from you today. Thank you very much. We'll have that one in the system very shortly. The guys at Mad Panda are there. Cohen's there. And Mojo Chasers. Who's that dude?
Some sexy guy.
Some sexy
He's
guy.
obviously looking pretty good to Bailey. So
He certainly is. He certainly is. And Ipswich picture framing. Just remember, anyone, we will have up on our socials by this time tomorrow the details for the Grace George fundraiser, which is nice. Some amazing stuff. We might talk about that a bit later. But let's just get stuck into it, eh?
let's go. Yeehaw.
Excellent, the ramble. So what have we got on our run sheet? I wrote it, haven't read it.
A typical teacher.
I'm not a teacher. That's Ruby is a teacher. Anyone who's trying to picture what Ruby looks like, Ruby looks like a typical teacher.
A typical Ranger teacher.
She's doing this to you.
And she's waving her fist at us now. So
with glasses and everything.
Yeah, she could be a librarian as well.
Yeah,
so anyway, back to the point. Lord Johnson 98 has joined us too. Apparently, I'm looking rizzed up, which is I'm learning what these terms mean, and
I don't even know what
who
rizzed
said
up
that?
means.
Bailey.
Oh yeah, Rob's got that W Riz going.
Oh God, no! But anyway,
I like your fit.
There is a podcast coming very shortly, Jez.
Yeah, this is one we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
No, this is one that we talked about this morning.
Yeah, but didn't we talk about it on the?
Oh yeah.
Podcast a couple of weeks ago.
I'll be getting a. What's someone? She's 16. Is the young
whoa,
girl.
Rob.
No, come on, don't be like that. She's 16. She's a young girl that is right into all her
She's
pop culture
bit of
and
an influencer.
A little bit of an influencer. She's got a social media presence, and I had a chat with her on the weekend, and I was so confused. I had to.
She speaks like the only way I can explain how you explain she speaks is. She speaks like she's straight out of TikTok.
100%. 100%, which is probably something that she wouldn't understand. Yeah. But we're gonna get her onto a podcast with myself, and she's going to explain to me all the terms and terminology of this generation's 16-year-olds, I guess.
Yeah. TTYL.
No idea.
What's the name going to be, Rob?
I think we're going to call it Generation Gap.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But yeah, I don't know yet. We'll work on that.
Are you going to study your the words you used to say back in the day?
Oh, no. Mate, all the words I used to say were really grouse, and I don't need to remember them. So I'll be right. There'll be no dramas there.
Yeah, no, good.
As soon as she says TikTok, grouse. I'll be gone. So one of the things that she showed me, maybe you guys know about this stuff. This is a ramble. We'll just go on with it. You know those videos where someone goes up to you in the street and says, "Can I ask you a few questions?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So she was so proud that someone had come up and asked her if they could ask her a few questions. She showed me the video, and all I could think of is, don't be proud of that. That hasn't painted you in the best picture. So the question was...
is it like something, tell me something your parents don't know about you? Or?
No, it was name a country in name a country in Africa.
Right? Could
Right?
she name one?
No.
Yep.
No. And like I'm going, what about that big one called South
Africa.
Yeah. Right. But then she was telling us how the person that did that, because there was actually 3 people that they asked the question to, and one of them just answered the questions and was quite smart about it. And then her friend answered a couple. So she was not allowed to say one that the others had said. So she felt like she was all confused, and they just make her look out to be a bit silly. Now, for me,
which is probably right.
Well, it's a young person, but she was really proud of that. I'd be suing somebody, like, for making me look like a goose.
Well, people do that on TikTok all the time. Like,
yeah,
they'll even they'll do. There's one of them that's like a flag one where they like shake their head to see which one's the right flag, and it'd be like
a country flag.
Yeah, and they would be like. It'd be like Germany, and then someone would go like the complete opposite flag.
Like
it's just like that. How do you not know?
I saw one recently, and they said, "What's the capital of Australia?" And the girl said, "A." I thought,
A.
Yeah, they go through like America, and they do the question thing like, "What's the capital of Australia?" And everyone says Sydney. Or
It's the most well known. That's why. But yeah, that's funny.
Cohen said he tried explaining how to get the letter S onto a Nokia 3315.
Yeah. You got to tap the button like 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the number.
Would it be
Number
sorry,
7.
I got you now.
Like, you know, when you
yes.
we used to type messages. Yeah.
And you become, RSI you get in your hand for just doing one sentence. Now people type quicker than
But
they
you
do.
get so quick, like not even looking at the phone, and you still.
That's true.
We had talent back in the days.
And
These days they're just like, hey Siri, send a message to blah blah blah, saying blah blah blah.
It'd be funny if your phone just started sending a message.
Does Pugz need Daniel Kickett and Thon Maker merchandise for the Philippine troops?
In the Philippines? Yeah, let's do it.
I'll find you a Thon Maker jersey.
Ninja Thon.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. We've really gone on about nothing here, but lots of NRL
Who was
cards
that?
again coming through.
Mint collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had heaps of rugby.
It's been really good and some really good cards.
Good different.
Their autograph cards grade really well, don't they?
Yeah, they make really good cards.
Yeah. They're really good cards. All the NRL cards, aren't they?
Except those Black Diamond.
Yeah,
You know,
the Mojo Diamond?
Mojo Diamond with the corners. But
yeah, the corners, and sometimes there's just like a print line from like a manufacturer. But other than that, they're normally pretty good.
Well, I guess that's a bit of news in card news that the NRL have released the sell sheet for their 2023 Elite.
I saw that.
They've changed the Mojo cards around, which I think is due to the amount of damage that was on the other ones.
That's good.
Which is really good. But they've also one thing that's really interesting, and it's a blog that will be going up on our website soon that I did recently about the how the female cards have come into the market, and the NRL was one of the leaders in Australia. They had female NRLW autos and things like that last year. Does anyone know anyone that was on an NRLW auto last year?
Maybe Zara Canfield?
Yeah, Zara Canfield. She was one. That's
we've only graded like 60 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, there's only 60 of them. I think we've graded 35.
No, there's not 60. They're numbered to. What are they numbered to? 120?
I thought 120,
Yeah.
Maybe that card guy 98 can tell
He'd
us.
know. Yeah.
He'd know. But yeah, they've actually come in this year with a lot less
Oh, wow.
NRLW cards. So I wonder if that is leading towards its own release, maybe.
I wonder.
Would you buy them?
I don't even buy normal rugby cards.
Do you think people would buy them? Do you think NRL?
I think it's got a market for sure.
Yeah, I guess a limited release.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What's your name? Jez.
Don't know.
Holy shit!
I don't know. Nah, yeah, there is a market for it.
Yeah, I think especially if they sold them at the games.
Yeah, see, that'd be cool.
That's where I think that the market would be for those kind of cards.
I actually have bought packs of NRL at the petrol station.
Yep.
Like because they're right there and they're like $3 or $4 and you're like, yeah, why not? I could have a chance of an auto. Not that I ever hit one, but okay. He's only got 37 to 39 so far.
So he doesn't.
So
really know.
we've graded 38 then.
Yes. And while we're talking about new releases, the AFL came out with one. Has anyone here seen them?
Nope. I didn't know they came out.
Of the what, sorry?
The new AFL.
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Okay,
no.
what I need you to do, we'll ramble about something else for a second. I want you to go and 2023 select gem. I want you to come up with. One Piece is the other one that we've seen a fair bit of.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't know they were as expensive as what they were.
They are absolutely ripper cards, aren't they?
You see the cards we had the other day?
Yeah, he's graded them.
I've graded them.
I couldn't believe how much they were.
Oh, the manga alternate art.
Yeah, the
oh my gosh.
The ace cards.
They're absolutely amazing.
I couldn't believe how expensive they were.
And just the artwork is incredible.
And they obviously there's just been a One Piece release, which has let us see a few more of them. But they are just really well made cards.
And they're actually. I don't think any of us ever graded under a 9.
No.
Out of what we've done.
All right, now Pugz, I want this is live reaction.
Yep. How good is that logo?
Yep. What about the cards? Remind you of anything? This is great podcasting.
This is straight up flawless.
Straight up flawless. exactly.
Wow, that's a straight rip-off.
It is. It is.
Good job, Select.
But they've been doing it for years, and
That's 100% flawless. I wonder if it's got the same kind of foil. And it's got a diamond and gem in it too.
it does.
What?
That's why it's called Gem.
Oh, no, I'm not okay with that.
No, it's
That's funny.
look. Select do a great job in and
Well, they rip off Panini, it's fine.
they certainly their cards. The quality of their cards has definitely
It's
improved.
good.
Yeah, really, really.
It'll
good.
probably be better quality than what Panini's
It probably will.
Flawless will be too.
But
They're actually really nice cards.
But they are really nice cards, but an absolute rip-off of the NBA again. We can go back through the years. We've got Kaboom cards have come out.
yeah.
We've got Vanguard. We've got
The blank slates.
Blank slates. What's the other one? Not flawless. National Treasures. In the Supremacy.
Immaculate. Was there anything like Immaculate?
No.
Oh, Immaculate and NT are kind of similar.
So I'm putting it out there to Select. Let's come up with something really, really cool, something that Australia can be proud of as being one of the first ones to come up with a design like that, because that would be really cool. But as I said, they're these gem cards.
Wow,
2,525 boxes. 1,000 of them will be pre-sold to Select members, which leaves 1,525 for the general public on Sunday at 5 p.m. I should have actually said next Monday at 5 p.m. to give me a little bit better chance to get one myself.
I like that, how the autograph.
The signature always looks the same. Yeah, it always
signature.
looks the same. But that card you're looking at there,
That's actually cool.
that card you're looking
Nick
at there, which
Dacos?
is
Yeah.
Nick Dacos, it's an autograph redemption, only 35.
I'd want that card. That's actually sick.
Well, that card will command thousands of dollars. These boxes are $600 a box for 9 cards.
Wow, that's actually
that's-
a really nice
That is
card.
going to command thousands of dollars. Another Canfield arrived in the mail. I'm not surprised. Stuart has joined. Welcome to Stuart. Okay, so let's talk about some sports news. That'll do. Brett lets that one go on far too long. Oh, shout out to Brett, Big Crook. He's at home, going through the office actually. So, Jez, it'll be you tomorrow, and Pugz you on Thursday.
No, I don't get sick.
You don't get sick.
No, don't let it happen.
You just say no to sickness.
Yeah, I just
Say no.
mind over matter.
Hey, ginger and turmeric.
Ginger and turmeric.
Yeah,
Yep.
got rid of my
What was
cough that I had for ages.
What'd you call it first? Ginger and
Garlic and turmeric.
garlic and
It wasn't garlic, it was ginger. Sports news, lots going on. Do we want to start? Let's start with the NBA because Pugz has got the NBA cap on.
Always.
And he's
I thought he actually just had he's got the NBA cap on, but he
No,
actually has
he
the
actually
NBA
has
I
cap
have
on.
an NBA cap on.
But
I do.
it's been a big few days.
It's been fun.
Tell us what's happening.
There's been a lot of trades. There's the Summer League.
Yeah,
It's been going
let's go to
pretty
Summer
good.
League. Let's talk about what we're talking. I try and push him the way that we were talking before, and then I got Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby.
Let's talk about Wemby.
Yeah. It was funny just what he had his first game and he only had 7 points or something, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's a bust." I'm like, "Really?" And then he comes back in his second game with 27 points and 16 rebounds, just shuts them all up. So I think it'll be good to watch him and see how he plays, I guess.
Because he's pencil thin, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
So then
But there's lots of players that are that kind of body type. So I think he'll do all right. It's just how is he going to go up against the more stockier, heavier players like that big guys. So Giannis or Jokic.
Yep.
So it depends on how quick he is. But then I was watching a podcast of Paul George and Draymond Green, and they were talking about how they defend him, and they just be right up in him and make it hard for him to do any dribbling, do anything, just take his game out of it.
But then the guy can shoot 3-pointers too.
He can, but once he's got the ball up here, you can't block him. He shoots all the way up.
He
here.
doesn't even have to jump.
No, But if you limit him from being able to use his ball handling ability, then because he's not as low to the ground as everyone else, there's a lot easier chance to steal the ball.
Did you ever have that kid at school that was just so much bigger than everyone at the sport?
Not at school. We had Goobs from.
Oh yeah.
We versed him a lot in junior footy.
Yeah.
And he was always at least 3 heads taller than everyone. And he'd just stand in the goal square and just take marks, and we couldn't do anything about it.
See, they're the guys I used to love playing against.
Yeah,
I'd try and do tip dunks on top of them. And
you would have been a little terrier, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was great fun. I remember we playing this at Benora Point in New South Wales. We were playing this team, and they had this big 7'1" guy. He was a big guy, so he didn't jump very
And
high.
how tall are you? So just
5'9".
Yep. So just so people get the idea.
So like my teammates missed the 3-pointer. I've jumped up and just grabbed it and like used the 7'3" guy as a little bit of a arc. Just like boom on top of him, and just the place went crazy.
If you're listening and not watching the video of this, Pug's eyes have just lit up. It's like he's reliving it. It's fantastic.
We didn't have video cameras back then, so like
you got memories.
Exactly. That's all I need.
I'll need to remember that for the podcast in a few weeks.
Memories or video cameras?
No, we didn't have to have video cameras to have memories. The memories are all gone now. I'm too old. Summer League though, what's Summer League there to do?
It's just to highlight the rookies and the younger players. It also gives people that aren't actually in the
because one of the Galloways is gone.
Yeah,
Jalen. Yeah, Jalen.
So it gives them a shot to like showcase their abilities as well, and then they're not they can get signed to a roster for the Summer League, but they're not necessarily on a team for the NBA season.
Yep.
But if they play really well, they can get a spot.
Chance, yeah.
So, but it's been cool watching like Jabari Smith Jr. with the Houston Rockets. He's just balling out, like he's going ballistic.
What about what was that number 2 draft pick? What was his name? Scoot. Or was he number
Scoot
3?
was number 3. He hasn't played in the Summer League. Well, he's already got a roster spot, so he doesn't really have to. But Brandon Miller's been playing.
But Wemby's got a roster spot.
Yeah, but Spurs have actually shut him down. He's not playing any more games, from what I've read.
And you were saying that Coach Pop was just on the sideline.
Just sit on the sideline, just like yeah.
And
that dude just signed a $80 million contract, 5 more years.
That's a lot of money.
Coach,
for a coach.
man, I'm a coach. Like, I should go over there and get a spot.
What age group do you coach?
Under 9s.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got on the Wimbledon? I got a question about Wimbledon. Were you a fan of Wimbledon as a kid? Did you enjoy watching?
Yeah, like Agassi and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
What about you,
and
Jez?
Pete Sampras?
No.
No. I loved Wimbledon every year. It's just lost its luster for me.
Yeah. There's been a lot of
Do not touch my leg again.
I didn't mean to.
There's been a lot of like controversy stuff in the last couple of days too.
We've had some climate change protesters that
and
threw puzzle pieces on the court.
And I can't remember her name, but she like slipped over and lost her racket, and she got penalised a point.
Oh, did she?
Little 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Can't remember where she's from.
They're all,
but she's known for a Draymond Green type behaviour.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but see, I think tennis has lost a lot of its personality.
Nah, that's why you need old mate to be up.
Curious.
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
So I love everything to do with that guy.
Pull out like the day before.
Yeah, he's injured. He's hardly played a game since the Australian Open. Yeah. So, but yeah, it just seems to have lost its luster. Having said that, my wife and I just opened up a bank account so we could save money to go to Europe next year to watch Wimbledon.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be cool. But yeah, so anyone who wants to, the bank account number is it'll be put on the podcast on the bottom of the podcast. And help me out. I need to get there.
Get robbed to Wimbledon.
Yeah, exactly. The NRL players.
I don't even know about this.
You didn't know about it, did you?
No, I haven't.
So the NRL players. Let's see what you. This is a really interesting one. The NRL players have done a media strike. Or they're doing a media strike. So they will not do any media on game days. So after the match, how the commentators go up and ask them some questions. No, won't do it until their collective bargaining agreement is resolved. The interesting thing is, it's not about money. So the money part of their next contract agreement has been secured, and the salary cap has gone up by X amount and all the rest of it.
Yep.
But they're looking for things like a fund to look after injured players after they've retired. They're looking for clauses in their contract so that the NRL can't just extend the length of the season. And this has been going on since May. So
there you go.
It's you don't hear that too often where it's normally all about the dollar.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully they get that sorted out because otherwise it's pretty boring for the commentators. I really should have spoken to you guys and seen if you knew much about this before we started.
Yeah, that's all right. We're learning it right now.
Yeah.
Well,
at least we know Bailey's like standing with the players. Good on you, mate.
Yeah. Well, I think most fans would be because it's about being fair. Well, if you didn't know anything about the NRL, who is Delaney Irving?
He's a Canadian who won the Globe Cruiser.
What that means is you can read.
Yeah.
But what it doesn't mean is
what is cheese rolling?
Right.
Is that legit?
I've heard of that.
Is that legit rolling cheese?
They roll cheese down the hill.
Oh, down the hill and they're going to chase it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the greatest thing in the world.
So Delaney is a lady.
Yep.
She's a Canadian, and she just won the Gloucestershire cheese rolling event.
That's awesome.
But she was knocked out on the way down. So let's talk about concussion protocols.
And she won.
Yes. So, and her
That's
quote in her acceptance speech at the end was, "I just remember hitting my head, and now I have this cheese." So,
Joe, you got a new
for
fan.
anyone playing at home that doesn't know cheese rolling, what they do is they roll. Actually, it's not cheese anymore. I think in 2013 they changed it to a foam wheel.
Why? Because it's wasting food or something.
Well, yeah, actually, it was a bit dangerous the cheese because it's quite heavy.
Oh. Okay.
But they roll the cheese down the hill. It's 180
Still
meters.
knocked out anyway, so
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah,
dangerous.
Just the way they're rolling and tumbling. Yeah, it's great.
180
safe
meters
sport.
straight down, and they don't have to catch the cheese. But if you catch the cheese, you're the winner. But the thing is that the cheese does about 120 km an hour down this hill, right? So no one.
You don't ever
catches
really
it.
catch it.
No,
Yeah.
but it's the first person over the line gets it. So she's knocked herself out on the way down
Wow.
and taken.
I mean, I have to go look at video.
Yeah. So anyone who's watching, and we're going to bring this up next week. We're going to have a chat. So anyone out there watching or listening that has any good recommendations for sports documentaries, because there is one on the cheese rolling, and it's called something.
Flow early?
No. Hang on.
Oh,
find
no,
it.
that's the followed 4-time winner. Okay.
Yeah. So the one it's on We Are the Champions is what it's called on Netflix. So if you've got Netflix, turn that on. It's about a half-hour show. Flo Early is the young girl who they follow around. She wins it 4 times, and to say that she beats up her body, it's a little bit of an understatement. Like this girl has.
Yeah. What do they do for training? Like
They run down hills, I guess. I don't know.
just get smacked
But
with
I think
baseball bats and stuff.
It must be the kind of thing where you just no need to train.
No,
Just
you just rock
just
up on the
run.
day and
Yeah, just
chase
go.
some cheese.
That's
so
funny.
this shit's been happening since 1826.
Yeah, it's like a tradition.
Yeah, so but
That's funny.
yeah, Flo Early won it 4 times, and she's the most diminutive little girl who just chases cheese. So it's definitely worth. So next week, what's happened there?
Oh, just
It'll be Bailey.
Yeah, no, he doesn't like. It's not sport, but he loves Eurovision. The only Eurovision I like is the Will Ferrell movie. That's the greatest movie.
That was really good. I
Yeah.
like that one. So yeah, if you've got any great sports documentaries, send them through to us, and we might.
And we'll watch them.
What we'll do is we might all watch one, the same one, and we'll give our
Write notes and stuff.
what do they call that? A movie review.
Yeah.
We can be like, remember the SBS movie show?
Just chat GPT. Yeah.
Actually, that's something we should do.
Oh, we should do a movie. We should all do our own movie review and then get a ChatGPT movie review and
And
see
see
if it
the
adds
difference. Because right at the moment we are ChatGPT. People just don't realise it. because none of us have any real intelligence. We're all artificial intelligence. But yeah, so we will do that. If you've got a show that you want us to watch, send it through via Instagram.
Yeah, we'll put up a story maybe.
Yeah, we'll put up a story tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you've got one, then we can watch it over the weekend and we can give it a bit of a book review.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's next?
State of Origin. We haven't got that, but I've written it down.
Have you written State of Origin down?
State of Origin is tomorrow. Are they going to get a sweep?
Hang on. Are you talking about the Who Cares Cup? Because we've already won?
Yeah.
Go Queensland.
I want them to sweep.
I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care either, but I put $10 on it. So I want them to
I
sweep.
don't care, but I really do care.
It's only $10. It's a bonus bet.
Absolutely brilliant. I don't care, but I put a bet on
It'd
it.
be nice.
Have you put a bet on the cricket, Wimbledon?
No.
Wimbledon.
Cricket Wimbledon.
Ashes.
It's a new sport.
Yeah.
No, I don't follow cricket.
Oh, you don't?
Like, I don't understand how the betting works, so I don't even look at
What
it.
about you? Did you put a bet on Wimbledon? Oh, yeah, sure.
No, I was
Somebody
actually.
steal my baseball.
I was thinking about it, but no, I didn't. I know a bit about cricket, but not too much.
So it's 2-1. The
Yeah.
Aussies lead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No controversy in the third test, which is really disappointing.
I do like how he's like standing at the crease and he's looking at the wherever, like, I'm safe.
He's a knob. We talked about this last week. He's
What a
an
champion.
absolute captain knob, that bloke.
He's a champion.
He's not a champion. Stuart Broad, eat my Anyway.
Eat his dinner.
Dinner. So, yeah, the Aussies, great test match again. We've had 3 tests. They've all gone down to the wire. Australia lead 2-1. England claim they should be leading 2-1 in the moral victories, but
No.
There's no such thing as a
The rules of the game.
no, just
Yeah.
they reckon they've played better cricket, but it just has fallen the wrong way.
So they play better cricket, but the scores have Australia ahead.
When I was at school,
Makes
and
sense.
you'd head one and go through on the ground, you just look up and go. They don't write down in the scorebook what it looked like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just 4. 4's a 4. So, but it's been pretty good. Aussies abroad. Sorry, Jez. Do we have any? Yes, we do have a bit of soccer news about Aussies, don't we?
Do we?
The coach did his first presser.
Ange?
Yep. How'd it go?
Well, I don't know, actually.
What about his?
I actually don't know.
But we do know about his first signing as an assistant coach, Mile Jedinek.
Yep, Millet.
So does that put more pressure on Ange that he's brought in a mate?
No supporter wants him there anyway.
This is amazing.
I've never seen that happen.
I've seen it happen before.
Really?
At Celtic.
Yeah.
They did the same thing at Celtic.
And then he got the treble.
Yeah.
So
he was there 2 years, won 5 trophies in 2 years.
if he wins a trophy at Tottenham, surely you're cheering.
Holy shit, yeah. Tottenham, I like to call Tottenham the 8th best team because they always finish in that 6 to 8 bracket. Maybe 5 is a good year. Imagine if they won a trophy. It'd be a big fuck you to all those English people, wouldn't it?
It would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you don't reckon it puts any more pressure on him because you can't get more pressure
I don't
than
think
what
you
he's
can get
had.
more pressure than what you've got at the moment.
But he doesn't look like he
honestly wouldn't care.
doesn't care.
He
does
would
he?
be like, I am the manager here, so stuff you guys.
Screw you. If you want to listen to a good podcast, the Howie Games with Ange Postecoglou, there's two versions of that. Definitely worth a listen. So, NBA, Patty Mills.
Oh,
Can
man.
somebody explain to Rob, who just doesn't get it, what the hell's going on here?
So he got traded to Houston, who then traded him to OKC, who then traded him to Atlanta.
So the poor bastard has gone, okay, I'm traded to Houston. All right. So he's on to bloody realestate.com.au looking for a property in Houston.
Possibly. I wonder if they like
.com.au.
.us. But I wonder if they like.
It's in everything.
I don't think even they don't use .us. It's
Oh,
just
whatever.
.com
Yeah,
because they
fucking
rule
run
the
world.
planet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if they let him know, like, oh, don't get too comfortable.
You're going everywhere.
We might move you in like a couple of days. Like, I wonder if that's how it works. Although he's probably away on holiday somewhere in Bali. Who knows?
Whatever he's
or
doing.
he's in Australia.
Whatever he's doing, he'll be doing a good job of it.
Oh, yeah,
Because everyone loves him.
Yeah.
So from Houston, so then he's looking up those real estates, looking in downtown. What's the capital of Houston? Or is Houston the capital of Houston? Where's
Houston's in
state?
Texas.
It's the
Texas.
Rockets.
Yeah.
So he's looking up. Well, that's not too far from where he was. It's like he's going back home.
Yeah, in San Antonio.
Yeah,
Well,
so
he
that
was
was
in
in
Brooklyn
Texas.
at the time, though.
Yeah, so he went to Brooklyn, which like you'd want to get out. That's a fair point.
Yeah, it's a busy place.
Houston, he goes, I could get that old property that I had last time. And then he goes to OKC.
Yeah, which isn't too far from Houston either. It's like the next state up.
It's not too bad.
No.
And now to Atlanta,
Now he's gone to Atlanta. So
which is like,
Atlanta's a pretty good team, though, with
You
the
reckon?
players they got. Yeah, well,
well, they got Trey.
Murray, Trey Young.
Yeah.
They've just moved John Collins, but he's now on your Utah team.
Could you? Yeah, that's right. Could you imagine that happening in the AFL?
It wouldn't.
It just wouldn't. Would it?
Surely if you're Patty Mills, you're just like, I'm going home. Like, screw
No
you
one wants
guys.
me.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
He's in his 12th year in the league. He's probably just happy to get a job.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you see players like Delhi and Bogut
Yeah, try
keep
and
going
make
to
a comeback.
Yeah, to keep going back there. But so Paddy now is in Atlanta. When is the cutoff that all this shenanigans stops?
All-Star. They can trade pretty much until the trade deadline.
What happens if you play a game like one weekend and then you get traded the next weekend?
Yeah, it
You play
happens.
for that team and then you're traded again the next weekend. You
Harrison
just-
Barnes got traded on the bench during the middle of a game.
Yeah.
And so he played the start of the game and then he had to go off on the bench and they traded him and he wasn't allowed to go back on the court. He had to just sit there and be like, oh, okay, so I'm now on a different team.
In the Major League Baseball, there's a famous story of a guy that was traded to the team they were playing. So he literally went to the other dugout before.
No
the
way.
game. Yep.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it wouldn't happen in Australia. We just wouldn't get it.
No.
They want to bring in a mid-season trade period in the AFL. And
I kind of like it.
I kind of like it too, but there's a lot of people. Mills is coming to the tropics apparently.
Thanks, Bailey. You worked
Yeah,
that out.
He's pretty clever.
Yeah.
He's pretty clever. Yeah.
I get it if there's like a break in, like a week off, and then you can do like a trade period that week
Yeah, it's probably what they'd look to do.
instead of doing the 4 weeks of buys.
Now, yeah, which takes forever. Oscar Piastri. Did you watch it?
I watched Saturday.
How good was that?
It was good.
Did you watch it, Pugz? No chance. No. So Oscar Piastri, Rob's own Oscar Piastri. I've been on board since day one.
You have actually.
Love him. He's he took a job with a shit team, and they've made their car better during the season. And he qualified third in the at the Silverstone
That's cool.
Grand Prix, which is the home of British motor racing, and as such, home of McLaren, that team. And he came third in qualifying. Finished fourth in the race, but he was shafted in the race. Just bad luck.
Oh.
So this is the thing with Formula One. Like, he's gone into the pits to change his tyres, all well and good. And they were actually saying that his pit stop was just done that perfectly that he was going to go from third to second on the pit stops. Next minute, some mung bean bloody parks his car in the middle of the straight, so they go into a safety car. And instead of losing 25 seconds going into the pits, they lose 9 seconds.
Oh.
So everyone else dives into the pits, and there's Oscar going, I've just gone backwards because of that. I lost 16 seconds, which put him into fourth. But it was a fantastic effort, and it just shows that the kid's got some game.
Well, if he has the same mentality as the English cricket team, he won.
Yeah, he really
he
came
won.
second.
He had a good race.
He did. But interestingly, having said that, they had an Ashes between Lando Norris, who's his teammate, who's an Englishman, and Oscar, the Australian. They had a game, and Oscar smashed him.
Nice.
It was beautiful to watch. So that was pretty good. And the last one that we've got on this and this isn't Aussies abroad. This is the world coming to Australia.
It's the opposite.
It is the exact opposite. That the Women's World Cup soccer,
It's the
for FIFA,
abroad world.
the abroad world coming to Australia, the Women's World Cup soccer. Now I know you knew about all this.
The
the Soccer World Cup.
Yeah.
Yep. So how big is it for Australia?
It's pretty big.
Yep.
It's I don't know if we're gonna win it or not, but it's big for women's sport, really.
It's massive for women's sport, and Australia's probably in the top 6 or 7 teams.
Yeah.
So on their day, they could win it, I guess.
Yeah.
Games being played all around the country. They're saying that over 1 million tickets have been sold, which will make it the biggest ever women's sporting event in the world for attendances. So it's pretty cool, and we've got the best soccer player in the world in Sam Kerr.
Yeah, we do.
She's an interesting story because she would never have played soccer if we had an AFLW 10 years earlier.
Yeah,
All she wanted to do was play Aussie rules, but there was no real pathway. So she went and played soccer and became the best player in the world, and God, earns a fair bit of coin for that, I'm imagining. Yeah. So yeah, that's come to Australia. So keep an eye out for that. And in fact, what Rob's going to do, Rob is going to give away a couple of tickets to one of the games in Brisbane.
Oh, nice.
So we'll do that next week on the podcast. So if somebody, we'll put something up during the week on how you can win those tickets. But I've got a couple of tickets to a few of the games, and I will give them away. And they are Category A tickets at Suncorp Stadium. But it might be, Haiti versus England. But there's a big game. France are playing Brazil in Brisbane, which will be a massive game.
Oh, wow.
But Friday night, Australia play France in the last warm-up game. So it will be pretty cool. So look forward to that. Then we have...
You got to know when to hold 'em.
When to hold 'em.
Know when to fold 'em.
When to fold 'em.
Know when to walk away. And
Know when to press the button.
You got to count your chickens. I've only got one thing on that.
eBay Vault.
The eBay Vault. Are eBay trying to take over COMC?
Yeah, it'd be kind of like a COMC or PWCC type thing, I reckon.
Yeah.
So what is it? So it's basically you can keep your cards there.
Yep, $250
with no fees. So they're trying to get
no
people.
fees for this year.
Yeah,
that's what they have said for this year. So
I'd rather have the cards in my hand.
Oh, I know. That's what I reckon too. What would you say, Jez?
I'd probably rather in my hand, but it really depends on. I'm just confused about the CX cards.
CX cards.
CX cards.
CX cards.
Yeah, it just depends though. If you want it secured in a spot where no one can touch it.
So you bring it home and you put it in like a bank
Yeah.
safety deposit box.
Well,
Or you just do what I do and have it in a shoebox at the bottom of the cupboard.
Well, now you're going to move it, don't you?
yeah, which room?
No one knows where I live, so it doesn't matter.
I'll send you the address. Just send me a thing.
It's actually going to be up on the YouTube. It's going to be Pug's address.
No, I have this address as my address for everything.
Do you know what? I just want to go back on something. Bailey needs an uppercut. He's our number 1 fan.
tickets. That means
But
there's
he's
50,000 matches, 20 fans.
He's an absolute.
Are
if
you
there
like
was-
the biggest like AFLW supporter?
No, NRLW.
NRLW.
NRL, same
So
thing.
this guy, if there was a horse in the Melbourne Cup called Knob, this guy would be the jockey. That's all I'm going to say.
Knob jockey.
Yep, that's it. So, 2,900 square metres of warehouse,
Oh, wow.
which is 3/4 of an acre,
Yeah.
this warehouse.
That's massive.
It is, but I reckon they're going to have to look for bigger premises if this takes off.
Especially it's eBay.
Yeah,
amount
it's
of
massive.
Millions of people that buy cards on eBay. It's the biggest market. So
And that's what so the most popular cards that have been sent into the vault are Curry, Trout, Brady, and Michael Jordan.
yeah, for sure.
And the Pokemon fact. Did you see that Pokemon fact that I put in there?
3,000 times an hour.
So the term Pokemon gets searched 3,000 times an hour in trading cards.
That's pretty cool.
That's a lot of Pokemon searches. That's 72,000 Pokemon.
Do you reckon it's just one dude just sitting there writing Pokemon and enter and then deleting Pokemon?
Enter.
Is that like on one of our other podcasts? I know it was called 2%, and
Great podcast, would recommend.
it would recommend, would listen again. But Liam, the co-host with you, would listen to it on repeat during the day just to get the numbers up.
Yeah, I would.
Did he
recommend
really?
it if
Yeah, I'm
you were
pretty
deaf?
You wouldn't recommend
No, I
it?
would.
Oh, if you were deaf, recommend it. No, it's not too bad. Go back to school.
Is he? He must be talking to Bailey.
Yeah, probably. Bailey didn't graduate school. I found out yesterday that Bailey was kicked out of school for his misdemeanors.
Oh, he's a teddy bear.
Yeah, I know. That's what he comes across as now.
Yeah, he's learnt.
24 hours. That's 72,000. I think he's having a crack at me. But that's all right. I don't know. What did I say? I don't want to.
I don't know.
Anyway,
we'll disagree.
it's lots.
You're always right.
Nah, it's lots of searches, eh?
Yeah, he's a
That'll
lot of
do.
searches.
A
lot.
So yeah, I mean, to me, it just looks like it's a dead set grab at COMC and PWCC.
Oh, 100%. There's a market for it, so they're wanting to take it.
And probably that's highlighted by how many, when you go into COMC these days, how many of their items are cross-listed onto eBay anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's a little thing you just tick on, and you pay a little fee.
is that how it works?
Yeah, because I got like a couple hundred cards in my COMC that I don't want to bring home because it's normally like people send things and then they'll add things for
Oh, yep.
what do you call it? Protecting the cards. So I just leave them in there and put them up for like $1.
If someone buys them, they do.
If someone
they
does,
don't,
they don't. Oh well.
whatever. It's just there because they don't charge you either, do they?
They've started to, but it's more with the more expensive cards.
Okay. Well, that sucks. He got expelled from every school, even got kicked out of Costco last year. I've heard that story, actually. It's quite funny. Bailey likes to stick up for people. That's what it is.
Oh, he's,
So if he
he's
sees-
a nice bloke.
He is a nice bloke, but he...
Wait,
gets
so
a
he
look.
actually got kicked out of Costco?
Yeah, true story.
Oh, I have to talk to you about that later. That's
pretty-
awesome.
It's pretty good. Okay, Pugs, you got anything for us?
We got to turn.
We gotta turn this up?
Yeah, turn that up.
I got to find it.
Oh, we got to find this. So we'll pad. How about those lines?
It's
About
here.
those lines.
I've got it.
He's
Right,
got
here we go.
Those loins.
When you're unsure of an answer and you're wanting to find the reason or the meaning, find a wizard who's wise. Look no further than the pugs with gray in his beard. Every answer can be trusted, so there's no need to fear. Us pugs, us pugs, us pugs.
That was perfect.
So,
Still,
firstly,
still not finished, but I was like, oh. let's just
firstly for our great mate Chop at Ipswich Picture Framing, that says Ask Pugs. Ask Pugs.
use it. He's written plugs again.
Not Ask Plugs.
Plugger.
Yes. So, Pugs,
What's up?
welcome to your session.
My session.
Session.
What is it? Segment.
Easy. Pug's little segment.
Welcome to your segment. I'm going to ask Jez to go with the first question to you because you haven't seen these questions. So let's go.
Am I going with the first question?
Yeah, why not?
We have a question from Amber.
Hey,
Where's she
Amber.
from?
Where she is from Brisbane.
Yep, Amber from Brisbane.
Is that the same as last week? I don't know.
No.
I don't remember.
Different.
Are the quality of cards improving with technology over the years?
Have they improved? No.
Are they improving?
Oh,
I guess that's the same answer.
oh yeah.
But
Personally, I'd say no. But with the Australian cards, yes. The Australian card, like Select and TLA, make absolutely amazing cards. But when you look at like Panini, their cards have like a bow.
is it just Panini that isn't though? Like you got,
No, tops can be pretty bad sometimes as well. I think it's because they just
Is it the
pump a big
I was gonna
volume of
say,
it.
yeah.
but
that
then
they
like
just do it.
Pokemon cards are pretty
Pokemon
good,
cards are amazing.
and they pump out
One
heaps.
Piece we
Yeah.
found.
Oh.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, they're good.
TCG is normally pretty well done.
So they haven't really changed in their quality. They've just been good.
No. They just send all the
'Cause if you
crappy
remember the
equipment
old-
to America
Yeah.
and keep it for themselves.
If you remember the old Upper Deck cards in the day, they were brilliant cards.
Yeah, so
So
that's what I mean. Like the sports cards hasn't really improved, but everything else has been amazing. That's my take on it anyway.
one of our great supporters is I don't know his real name, but he's from Sea Eagles Cards.
Oh yeah.
What kind of cards has PSG graded the most? I
Oh.
guess
Pokemon by far.
Pokemon, then NBA,
And then NBA and then
rugby league,
probably rugby. Yeah.
rugby league, and then AFL probably
Yeah, and then
NFL.
yeah, we've done a couple of NFL. We've probably done
Done a
more
lot.
Dragon Ball Z than NFL.
Yep.
And then
We've done hockey,
we've done a couple of hockey.
like literally a couple.
Yeah, a couple.
It's a massive sport here in Australia. Ice hockey.
Oh yeah, it's
Come
huge.
down to Brisbane Ice World
Absolutely
on a
huge.
Saturday night.
Ice
10:15.
hockey though is probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen live.
Well, one of the friends of our local card shop, James, he plays here in
for real?
Brisbane.
Wait, they have an ice hockey rink or is it roller?
No, ice hockey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really? See, Amber's here.
Amber has my phone.
Yeah. So
Does
You
that
should come
mean
along.
Does that mean it's Bailey
I don't know.
logged
I
in
have
in
no
her
idea.
account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey, she's.
It's me, guys, but it's like it's Amber. It's me, guys. Oh, that's funny.
I'll take you out to an ice hockey game one night.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's bloody cool.
Ice hockey is the
And
bomb.
when I say cool, it's really, really
It's cool.
cold.
It's cold. It's freezing.
But these guys here in Brisbane that play, they got the skills of like they're low skills. Let's just say they're not going to trouble the NHL anytime soon. But with passion and determination, number one,
They've got passion
and determination.
and determination.
Well, they can just have the mentality of the England cricket team.
I've been
Yeah, and they're winning.
I've been 3 or 4 times. I've only once
If you ain't
seen
first,
a
you
fight.
last.
I've only once seen a fight at one,
Oh, really?
and it was a bloke hit a girl because there's girls playing against
Oh,
the
for
guys,
real?
and he hit a girl with his hockey stick across the back.
What?
Yep, and then it was all on. It was
Straight-
go for it.
It's funny. There was no fighting in the game I watched in Dallas.
That
Man,
sucks.
now I think about it. Like, damn it. Like, where was the fight?
Jez.
Am I up again?
Yeah, you're up. We got 2 more questions to come.
Oh, wow.
From Brian from Perth.
Hey,
Perth.
Brian. Ref.
Do you participate in the hobby with your children? And if so, how did you get them interested in it?
I do, actually. More so with my oldest. My youngest is...
He's a bit young still, isn't he?
Yeah, he's young. He just likes the rainbow-looking, colourful cards. But my oldest, he loves... He was first originally into Pokemon, and then he's just gone obsessed with basketball. It's kind of hard
I wonder
not to
why.
because
Yeah.
that's all I think about and all I ever do. Same with my whole office is just full of basketball cards, so he's kind of just inherited it.
You go and see Pug's grading, and there's a basketball on in the corner of one
Yeah.
of his screens.
I'll
and-
have 3 games sometimes.
Yeah, so it is a an obsession for you. So
Oh, it is 100%.
and what does he, like you said, he's obsessed with basketball cards now, but what kind? Is it just any kind of card that he's just happy to have, or does he
Yeah,
he
any
knows what
card.
he's searching for now?
Oh, he's getting better at it. But because I've just given him, because I used to bust a bucket load of boxes, so I just give him like all the good ones, and then the other ones I just give him them as well, and he'd go give them to his friends at school.
Yep.
But now, yeah, because he's fully gotten
So he's
into
like a
basketball
dealer.
now.
He's like
yeah.
a dealer at school.
Yeah.
Gets them hooked.
Now that he's fully playing basketball, and he's in like the A team of so he's like one of the cool kids in school. Like he's always giving out cards, and like he
Yeah.
watches basketball with me, and he's like fully getting into it. So it's pretty cool.
All right, we're going to go to Bill.
Hey,
Bill's
Bill.
from Hobart. Is Hobart in it? Like technically, is that Australia?
It is.
It's a bit overseas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Tassie.
Anyway, we have a local shop that only does submissions overseas. I collect AFL and NBL cards and think that getting Aussie cards graded by Aussies makes more sense. Am I on the right track? This actually, Phil, Phil,
Tasmania is overseas.
but it's a stupid question
I
for
know.
Bill. We love you,
It's a
Bill.
dumb answer
We
as
really
well,
do,
but-
because the answer is going to be quite simple when you're
Yeah.
talking to people from an Australian grading company.
Yeah, we have to send it overseas, or you have to as well. Yeah, get him to, what's the word? Hook up or get in touch with us. Peers grading, and then.
But it does make sense, though.
Well, you could just do it yourself.
But it does make sense to get your cards graded by an Australian company.
Oh, 100%.
For Australian cards.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that when I first started working here, it was on the basis of my knowledge of Australian sports cards.
Uh huh.
So, we've got a few people in here that are all over the Aussie hobby in that respect, like through Australian product.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, it really does make sense. What do you, Jez?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I love your input.
Yeah, but I don't know what more you want from me, to be honest.
You know what? There was
Rob,
nothing
it makes
more.
perfect sense.
There was nothing more. It was just a beautiful answer.
Because I do know there's some people that send like AFL cards and stuff to PSA.
Yep.
And like PSA is like the head honcho type person. But yeah, it does make sense for Australian cards to be in Australian, like people that understand what Australian rules.
And
that's what it's called.
We're going to show. It's true. We're going to show them that it actually makes no difference in an upcoming video anyway. So, with the quality of the grading procedure,
yeah, for sure,
which will be really good. Brett's not here.
Oh,
You're gonna have to come up with one. Rob.
yeah.
What with a crazy idea?
Yeah. And a rant at the same time.
Should I hit the button? That might give
Can
me.
you do both?
I can
A
do
crazy
both.
idea in a rant.
Love it.
What's going on?
What's going on?
So this week brings us to the rant and the crazy idea. Brett's not here, so Beckett and PSG are the GOAT. Love you, Bailey.
Thanks, Bales.
Yeah,
Or is that
I have no idea what he's on about.
is that Amber now? Because she's got his phone. Thanks, Amber.
Yeah. So anyway, my
Free grading for Sobe cards.
my
If he drops 40 next game.
my rant and crazy idea is going to be the same thing. All right, and my rant is around the evolution of female trading cards and female sport in this country and people that like to put it down all the time. I'm amazed that there are people out there that may even have a daughter or maybe one coming along soon, and all they do is put down female sport. Female sport, to me, is just really enjoyable to watch because it's just another form of the same sport. So you watch AFLW and you watch the AFL. Yes, the AFL players kick the ball longer, hit the packs harder, but the AFLW, they do some things really well and they provide you with entertainment. So to all those people out there that want to downgrade women's sport, don't enter the competition to win tickets to the Women's World Cup because you're not welcome. All right, pack your bag, take it down to the local park and watch some shithouse men's sport, 7th division. If you're a real sports addict, go down, support women's sport and support it now. And that is to you, Bailey.
Well, speaking of which, like the WNBL
Yes.
is incredible to watch.
Exactly.
Because, they don't like dunk or do all that exciting stuff that the men do. But their skills, shooting skills, their dribbling skills
they're elite.
pretty much on the same par because they're just not as fast, but they're still incredible.
I don't want to say, this is going to sound wrong, but women's golf is something I really enjoy watching women's golf.
Me too.
No, different reasons.
You like Paige, don't you?
Paige and is it Grace? The other one? Yeah, anyway.
I have no idea. I just know that I got a card of one of them in a...
More Instagram followers than Tiger Woods, those two.
Oh,
Each of
really?
them. Yep, each of them.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah, but I like watching women's golf, and please do not take this the wrong way, but the reason I like it is when I used to play golf, I played at a reasonable level. I was off a handicap of 4. The female golfers hit the ball, the female professionals hit the ball about the same distances that the average decent men's golfer hit it. So I learned so much watching the course management and things like that they did. over a bloke who hits the ball 430 yards and takes out a wedge from 250 metres. You're our resident golfer these days.
Not me.
You are.
No.
But it just makes sense to me. So anyway, so what I'm gonna offer today, you do need to contact us via Instagram because I'm willing to do 3 cards. You send them to us, 3 female professional sports cards.
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
And I'll grade those 3 sports cards and we'll put them up on our, what's that thing called, Instagram, and do that.
3
What has
for
Bailey
free.
done?
I shouldn't have read it while you were
Don't.
talking.
Yeah, do not even watch it. Don't even. Bailey, you've got to stop drinking during the day. So if you've got female sports cards that aren't Zara Canfield, because
That's actually good.
he's been a naughty boy today, Bailey. He does not qualify for this. Shoot him through to us.
Or they can be Zara, just not Bailey.
Not Bailey Zara. Yeah.
Oh.
And if you do have them, that would be awesome because then you can't get all of them.
Oh, that would be so good. I'll tell you what, imagine if we put up a card, oh, look, we graded this one for free for so-and-so, and it was a Zara Canfield auto. That person would be, he'd actually realise he'd made a mistake because Bailey would not stop. So Bailey knows where is there 7, Bailey? 7 where, we're not going to mention where they are, but there's 7 in a online
I know where they are,
store, and
they want a ridiculous price for them.
well, because
'Cause
they
they
know,
know- they know who
there's a
wants it.
dick. Yeah, they
Yeah.
know there's a dick out there
I
collecting
do the
them all.
same thing.
But
Maybe it's me.
Sea Eagles cards. Mate, I need to know what your first name is, Sea Eagles cards, because you provide me with so much humour every week.
And it got a 10. Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
a Paige Sporanic card, of course.
No, he's talking about a Zara Canfield.
Oh.
Imagine if it got a 10 and Bailey.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Because we put a Bailey tax on every card that we grade, don't we?
Yeah, there's like a
Like you
0.5
take off,
tax.
yeah, you take
Yeah.
0.5 off just
Yeah.
because you know it's Bailey's.
Off each category.
There's 10 and 2 priority. Okay, boys, that's the week.
That is the week.
What's your highlight for this week? What are you doing this week sports-wise?
Nothing. At all.
Not playing golf?
Nope.
Oh, you're coming to the State of Origin tomorrow night at the Yard.
Oh, yep.
I think anyone on the Gold Coast should go $20, get you a pizza and a beer.
Nice.
And if I can tell, I'm not supposed to like give this shit away, but the Mexican pizza there, it's normally $25 alone
So you get a drink and a pizza.
for 20.
20.
Wow.
Absolute bargain.
Absolute. Buy 2.
Bargain.
So you're coming to the Yard.
Coming to the Yard. Other than that, not much.
Pugz, basketball, what's happening?
Yeah, basketball's back for my son. So I'll be
Coaching.
coaching.
You'll be
and
leaving early on whatever.
tomorrow,
Tomorrow, that's fine.
doing training, and then Saturday we got our first game with the new team. So we're A grade now.
That is extremely cool. I don't know what I'm coming to the State of Origin tomorrow to the whitewash. I think that's about all I'm doing.
There's a Suns game on this weekend.
No chance.
I won't be going to it.
Oh,
There's a Suns game on this weekend.
just yeah, Stuart G.
Oh, yeah.
Catch you later, Dewey. So they'll win this week because they've sacked their coach this at the moment. So that's always a given. Last word,
I don't want to steal Pug's last word.
Don't steal it.
No, go to Pug's first.
Pugz,
Protect your cards.
Jez.
Get your cards graded.
Mine is just have a bloody good week. See you guys next week.
Go platinum.
What he said.